Hey guys, Tommy, I hope you're well. Here today doing a review of the 2020 Street Triple RS. This bike's been kind of lent to me by the guys over at Laguna Motorcycles in Maidstone, so if it's a bike you're interested in, then please do give them a shout. So I've been very excited about taking this bike out this year, because last year when I took out the 2019 Street Triple, it was absolutely wonderful. A really good bike. Everything about it so well put together, and I would say in its class of, you know, these sort of mid-range naked bikes, for me this is the winner. Everything about it is wonderful. So running through some specs of the bike. So it's a 765cc bike. It's the same engine that's used in the Moto 2, actually made in the same factory as well, same people that are making it. It delivers 121 brake horsepower with 79 Newton meters of torque, which is up ever so slightly from last year's version. In terms of styling changes, we've got a couple of little ones from last year. The back end has been styled a little bit, so that is ever so slightly different, though I couldn't notice that myself when I'd seen them. But the one that is quite noticeable is the lights at the front. Still LED, but they've just changed and become a little bit more aggressive looking. I remember when I did the last one, I said it looked a bit like Short Circuit. This is a bit like, you know, Short Circuit when they all go a bit mental when they go into kill mode. It's a bit more like that, which is pretty cool, I think. This version, by the way, it has a Yoshi exhaust on it, so you'll see how that sounds. The stock exhaust last year sounded great. You know, changing exhaust is up to people, but stock exhaust is actually not bad on this bike. It is a really good sounding engine. Well, it was last year. The Euro 5, I don't think it's going to have affected it that much, though I haven't heard one myself. Other key things to look at: Brembo M50s at the front here. Absolutely wonderful brakes. This bike's a bit dirty, it's been out of it, but yeah, fantastic stopping power. Really good. Love the brakes. What else? We've got Showa inverted at the front, and then we've got an Öhlins piggyback at the back. Oop, in there. It's great. Seat height, what was it? 825 millimeters seat height. Rider modes, we've got, I think there are 5 rider modes. So we had rain, road, sport, custom. Rain, road, sport, custom. That's 4. I'm sure there's another one as well in there. But yeah, great machine. Oh, quick shifter as well. So we've got on the one last year we had a quick shifter going up. We've now got up and down quick shifter, and it works really well. I've been using the downshifter while I've been riding it around, and it is, yeah, it's good. And I'm not really someone who uses downshifters a lot, really. So I'm liking that. Colours, obviously this one is the grey with the red highlights on it. However, there is also a black version with some yellow highlights. I've only seen pictures of it online, but it looks absolutely wicked, and would probably be the one that I would go for. Right, let's start her up so you can hear what this exhaust sounds like. So, obviously being a Triumph, I need to pull the clutch in while I do this. So 2 ticks. So here's our centre screen as well. TFT dash, it's absolutely wonderful. You can see really clearly. Here's this Yoshi exhaust on rumble. Let's give it a little rev. It does sound really good. It does sound good. Though I will say, I think the, whoop, oh no, that's, oh, sorry about the bad camera work. I'll stop that now. And my gimbal has just failed, so I've just had to grab hold of it quickly. So yeah, the exhaust does sound good, though I do think standard probably sounds pretty good as well. Right, I'm gonna jump back on the bike and carry on. Oh, look how terrible this looks now without a gimbal. Good thing I usually use a gimbal, eh? Anyway, enjoy the ride. Cheers. Okay, so here on the new Street Triple RS 2020 version. So yeah, this was probably, well, the 2019 version I always said was probably the most quality bike that I rode last year. There was just something about it where everything just felt so well put together. I absolutely loved it. So I've been excited about riding this new 2020 version. Not a lot of changes. We've obviously still got a quick shifter, but now we go up and down. It's got an auto blipper on it as well. The screen has been redesigned ever so slightly, but it's still a real nice TFT screen. I think there's probably some different views you can put on that as well, which I'll have a look at in a little bit. Seating position, so I am 6 foot tall. I've got an inside leg measurement of 33 inches and I weigh about 90 kilos. And this feels good to me. No sort of issues. I'm bent forward ever so slightly, so I'm holding myself with the tank. But it's a good place to be. You are poised for action on this bike. We've then got the mirrors, which are absolutely fine. I think they use this design on a lot of the Triumph bikes. They use this design where it's around like so and then pops out. I have seen someone, I'm sure I saw someone stick them the other way around though, so this bit was more on the outside and that bit was more on the inside. I think they work really well like this though. I like them like that. I'm not sure where I saw that. So test route today, we are going to head through town a bit. We're doing a little bit of filtering going out of town. We're going to find some country roads. We're going to get on dual carriageway, get up to a bit of speed there and then bring her back. Very much a real life test, though I am very confident that this is going to be a good ride because the bike was so good last year, and the changes this year, it's all little things really that have just added. I mean, there's a bit more mid-range power apparently. You know, the quick shifter is not a place to cross. The quick shifter is obviously now up and down, but that's working fine. I'm using that straight away, and I don't usually use a quick shifter going down. I don't tend to like them, but it feels good. I'm not sure if I'll use it all the ride. We'll see how I get on. Brakes, still got those fantastic M50s at the front. Really good brakes they are. I think they're probably my favourite brake, which sounds very geeky to have a favourite brake. The exhaust on this, it's got a Yoshi end can on. I don't think it's a full system, but sounds okay at these low ranges. We'll see how it sounds when we get up to a bit of speed later. At around 8,000 RPM, I remembered on the last one, about 8,000 RPM, the revs really did just sort of like howl. It was a beautiful sounding engine, and that was on the stock. So, okay, chance for a quick bit of speed. This bike is so much fun. And it sounds absolutely marvellous. I've not been down this road in a little while, so I just want to be careful about potholes that have been appearing all over the UK currently. Oh, there was one little one there. Oh, hit my nuts there. Went into the tank a bit hard. Just goes into the bends really well. Oh, bit of gravel there. Good thing I slowed a bit there. But I think that's what I really like about the Street Triple. It's just such an easy bike to ride. Very confidence inspiring. But I'll tell you what isn't confidence inspiring is all of these potholes. There were a few new ones there, which we've got to be aware of. I used to love this bit of road. It's gone terrible, hasn't it? I don't know if this was a section that got flooded. We've had quite a few floods around here recently, and that may have been a bit that was flooded, so that would explain it. Happening to that? Trees falling down maybe? So in terms of versions of this bike available, there are 3 versions, well 4 kind of. So you have the S version, which is kind of like the lower spec of the lot. You then have the R version, which is then also available in a lower rider height as well, and then this version, which is the RS. The RS this year and last year were the same price. It was 10,300. However, there has been a reduction in the price of the R and the S version. I believe the S starts at 7,900 and the R 8,900. So not bad actually, because I think the only thing against, I mean, that's not even really against it, because I think it's justified. The only argument against this bike would be the price. It is a bit expensive if you're looking at it as a first bike maybe, or first big bike. You know, 10,300. You know, a lot of people would think, oh, that's a bit too much. And when you compare it to other things like say the MT09, I mean, MT09 is cheaper than this. However, for me, this is just so much more a bike, and the cost is worth it. But I know there are people who prefer the MT09, so it's one of those things where if you're interested in one of the mid-range naked bikes, I would say try out the Street Triple, try out the MT range, have a look at the Dukes as well, because they're surprisingly good. I wasn't expecting to have as much fun on one of them as I did when I took it out. The 790 I think I took out. 790, 690, up on the screen. I think it was a 790. Must be. I've ridden too many bikes, I can't remember what the engine capacity is on all of them. But it was really very good. A lot of fun to ride. But like I say, for me, the Street Triple RS, it's just such a wonderful machine. Everything just feels quality and put together. I jump on this bike and I want to go on track days instantly. You know, I want to you know, have some fun with it, because it just fills you with that confidence that you can you know, really have a good time with it. Right, chance to get up to speed. It gets up to speed quick, but there is a lot of wind, an awful lot of wind in fact. Okay, let's do that again. Like I said, it's quick, but man, it is windy. Quick shifter performs extremely well, and downshifting as well. I prefer going up, I will say that, but downshifting goes well as well. But yeah, the only thing that limits you here is the wind, because it is windy. You've got no protection at all. You know, you take the fared version, the Daytona, it's such a shame that there's none of those available. They only made 765 of them. Triumph, why don't you just bring out another Daytona which has it? Because yeah, it'd be good. I'd want to go on one of them. Okay, so a bit of a section here. I won't talk for a little while, just to let you know how it feels. And I've stuck it into sport mode as well. my god, this bike is so much fun, so easy to ride. It is absolutely marvellous. Whew. Right, let's get her back into town and run through my concluding thoughts on this. Okay, so first off, compared to last year's model, because you will be able to get last year's model probably a little bit cheaper, I would think. There will be some deals on it. So in terms of the obviously there's a styling difference. I prefer the lights. I think the lights on this the newer model do look better. The power, mid-range power that they've said is increased, I can't notice it. You know, if there is anything, it's, you know, it's kind of marginal, and it doesn't really it's not really going to make a difference for, you know, your everyday rider like me. So I mean, the main difference is the quick shifter going down. That's the main difference for me, and it's all right. It's quite nice. You know, I've been using it a lot actually, and yeah, it works well. What's more to say about it? Is it worth getting the newer model? I don't know. Up to you really. I think the colours, I really like the white from last year. This year the black and the yellow I think looks really good as well. But yeah, in terms of a bike, this bike is such a good bike, I think, and it's a good bike for so many different types of riders. You know, if you're someone who's just passed your test, it's good for a new rider, it's good for a beginner rider. You know, you're still gonna have to rein yourself in, but you're not gonna get bored on it quickly. You know, you can sort of take your time with it, and you know, do your advanced training and stuff. And it's sort of bike that you couldn't have for around town. You know, going on some longer trips, so you don't want to be sitting on the motorway for too long. And you could also use it on a track as well. You know, track day bikes, you know, this is perfect for a track. Absolutely perfect. The only thing against it is it is a premium bike, but with that premium price tag, you're getting all the premium goodies. You're getting those Brembo's M50s at the front, which are epic. You're getting this lovely TFT screen. You've got all the rider modes. I think the one I couldn't remember earlier, I think it was track mode, where you can like count lap times and things. Sport mode on this is really good fun, by the way. It is really good fun, and I would probably leave it in sport mode pretty much all the time, because it's the sort of bike that you want to have fun on. So yeah, I love it. I mean, and in terms of you know, rider heights and everything, like I said, I'm 6 foot, inside leg 33 inches, and for me this feels okay. This doesn't feel too small. It's probably right on the cusp, I would say, but it feels good for me, and I reckon it will go down to quite a big range of different height people, males, females. It's light as anything as well. Oh, I can't remember the weight off the top of my head. I'll write it in the description below with all of the other stats, but I think it's about 180 kilos, maybe even 160 kilos. I remember it being light. But in terms of heights, yeah, there's loads of options, because you've got the lower rider height option as well with the R version. I haven't ridden the S or the R. I'll write a bit about their specs below, because I think all you're really missing out on is things like the TFT. It may be things like LED lights. You know, the quick shifter may not be on, so you may have to pay for that extra. But you know, there's probably ways of, you know, you're not going to miss out on a lot of the riding experience, I suppose. Though I would go with the RS personally. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If this is a bike you're interested in, and you're in the Maidstone area, please do pop into Lagunas and say hello to them and get a test ride, because if it wasn't for those guys, I wouldn't be able to do these videos for you lot. Yeah, I hope you're all well, and I'll catch you for the next one. Cheers, bye.